Welcome to NVL Travel Documentary. A city on edge, a crisis spiraling out of control, a hidden war unfolding on the streets of Sacramento. When people think of California, they imagine beaches, Hollywood, and wealth. But behind the glamour lies a shocking reality, a growing humanitarian crisis turning the capital into a background for survival. In this travel documentary, we expose the facts about a country where thousands live without shelter, where crime festers in forgotten encampments, and where government crackdowns only deepen the chaos. What really caused Sacramento's crisis? Policy failures, corruption, or something far worse? In this country documentary, we reveal the dark truths hidden beneath America's surface. Subscribe to NVL Travel Documentary and uncover the untold story. Number 1. Sacramento's growing crisis. The scale of homelessness. Sacramento, the capital of California, is a vibrant city known for its rich history, diverse culture, and political significance. Located in the northern part of the state, it serves as a major hub for government, business, and agriculture. With a population of over 520,000 people, Sacramento is one of the fastest-growing cities in California. Despite its economic opportunities, the city faces significant challenges, including a growing homelessness crisis that has garnered national attention. In recent years, Sacramento has faced a significant challenge with homelessness. The point-in-time count conducted in the year 2022 revealed that over 9,200 individuals were experiencing homelessness in the county, marking an increase of 67% since the year 2019. Among them, approximately 72%, equating to about 6,664 people, were unsheltered, living in tents, vehicles, or on the streets. This surge in unsheltered homelessness has strained the county's shelter capacity. With only about 2,600 emergency shelter beds available, over 4,000 individuals were left without a place to sleep each night. This shortage not only affects those without shelter, but also raises public health and safety concerns for the broader community. In the year 2022, more than 9,000 complaints about homeless encampments were filed, highlighting the urgency of the issue. However, recent developments offer a glimmer of hope. The point-in-time count conducted in the year 2024 showed a decrease of 29% in overall homelessness since the year 2022, bringing the number down to approximately 6,615 individuals. This decline is attributed to increased investments in permanent housing, expanded shelter capacity, and enhanced outreach efforts. Despite this progress, challenges persist. The city spent $57 million on homeless response in the year 2023, a significant increase from $10 million in the year 2015, underscoring the complexity and scale of the issue. Number 2. California's struggle, how Sacramento fits into the bigger picture. Let's take a closer look at Sacramento's homelessness crisis within the broader context of California's challenges. California, as many of us know, has the largest homeless population in the United States. In January 2024, over 187,000 individuals were experiencing homelessness across the state. This means that nearly 1 in 4 homeless individuals in the U.S. resides in California. Now, focusing on Sacramento, the situation is particularly alarming. In 2022, Sacramento's homeless population was recorded at approximately 5,561 individuals. When we consider the per capita rates, Sacramento's homelessness figures are concerning. In 2022, the homelessness rate in San Francisco was nearly 20 times higher than in Houston, and Los Angeles's rate was almost 14 times higher. This comparison highlights the severity of the crisis in Sacramento, especially when considering its population size.
What's up into you, breathe?
Today? He met me.
God. No, coming in the,
That's cool.
Despite Sacramento allocating $69 million for homeless services, the crisis continues to escalate. This substantial budget underscores the city's recognition of the issue's gravity. However, the persistent rise in homelessness suggests that current strategies may need reassessment or augmentation. It's a stark reminder that financial investment, while crucial, must be paired with effective policies and community engagement to yield tangible results. In summary, Sacramento's homelessness crisis is a microcosm of the broader challenges faced by California. The city's high per capita homelessness rate and the escalating numbers, despite significant financial investments, highlight the need for innovative solutions and collaborative efforts. Addressing this issue is not just a matter of funding, but also of strategic planning and community involvement. If you believe that increasing funding alone can solve the homelessness crisis, comment the number 1 and the number 0. Your opinion matters. Let us know what you think. Number 3. The root causes. Why homelessness took hold in Sacramento. Sacramento's homelessness crisis is deeply rooted in a combination of escalating housing costs, a significant housing shortage, job instability, and governmental challenges. Let's delve into these factors to understand how they intertwine and contribute to the current situation. Over the past decade, Sacramento has experienced a substantial increase in housing expenses. As of the year 2023, the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment reached approximately $1,700 per month, reflecting a rise of 25% over the last 5 years. This surge poses a significant burden, especially when compared with California's minimum wage of $15.50 per hour. At this wage, a full-time worker earns roughly $2,680 monthly before taxes, making it challenging to afford rent alongside other essential expenses. Consequently, about 76,325 residents in Sacramento live below the poverty line, representing 15% of the city's population. The demand for housing in Sacramento has consistently outpaced supply. The city requires approximately 7,000 new housing units annually to accommodate its growing population. However, in the year 2022, only about 4,200 units were constructed, leading to a cumulative deficit that exacerbates affordability issues. This shortfall is further intensified by developers prioritizing high-spread condominiums over affordable housing options, leaving low to moderate-income families with limited choices. While the unemployment rate in Sacramento was 4.5% in the year 2023, this figure does not capture the full picture. Many individuals are underemployed or engaged in gig work, lacking job security and consistent income. Following the expiration of pandemic protections, evictions spiked by 30%, pushing more people into precarious living situations. Additionally, approximately 76,325 residents live below the poverty line, further highlighting the economic challenges faced by a significant portion of the community. Addressing homelessness requires effective governance and transparent use of resources. An audit conducted in the year 2022 revealed that $66 million allocated to homelessness programs lacked proper accountability, raising concerns about the effectiveness of these initiatives. The number of encampments increased from 800 in the year 2021 to 1,200 in the year 2023, indicating a growing visibility of the crisis. Furthermore, with an influx of 10,000 new residents annually, many relocating from the more expensive Bay Area, local resources are increasingly strained, challenging the city's influences and Number 4. Mental health and addiction. The hidden battle on the streets. According to the point-in-time count conducted in the year 2024, approximately 46.9% of adults experiencing homelessness in Sacramento reported having a serious mental illness, while 31.6% had a substance use disorder. The co-occurrence of these issues is particularly concerning. National studies indicate that approximately 20 to 25% of individuals experience homelessness face both mental illness and substance dependency, making recovery more difficult. This dual diagnosis often creates a vicious cycle, where mental health issues and substance use worsen each other, making it increasingly challenging for individuals to seek and maintain stable housing. Compounding these personal challenges is the stark inadequacy of local treatment facilities. Sacramento has only 12 detox beds and 200 rehabilitation slots, which is insufficient for a homeless population of over 6,600 individuals. This shortage means that many in need of immediate assistance face prolonged wait times or are unable to access services altogether, prolonging their hardships and increasing the risk of chronic homelessness. Stigma surrounding mental health and substance use disorders further worsens the problem. Many individuals avoid seeking help due to fear of judgment or discrimination, leading to untreated conditions that deteriorate over time. Additionally, the scarcity of services and months-long wait lists for treatment leave many without the support they desperately need. In response to these challenges, Sacramento has initiated efforts to enhance its support systems. The city has plans to open 167 new beds between the years 2024 and 2025, including facilities like the 20-bed Stockton Stay and the 72-bed Grow Florin Tiny Homes project. While these developments are promising, the demand for services continues to outpace supply, highlighting the need for sustained investment and innovative solutions. Addressing the intertwined issues of mental health, substance use, and homelessness requires a comprehensive approach. Expanding treatment facilities, reducing stigma, and ensuring timely access to services are crucial steps towards supporting Sacramento's vulnerable populations. By tackling these challenges head-on, the community can work toward a future where all individuals have the opportunity for stability and well-being. Number 5. Government and law enforcement. Policies, failures, and controversies. As homelessness continues to rise, government and law enforcement agencies have implemented various measures to address the issue. However, while these initiatives offer some relief, they are often criticized for being insufficient, slow-moving, or even counterproductive. One of the key responses has been converting old motels into temporary shelters. This strategy, seen in cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, has provided thousands of emergency beds. Additionally, safe parking zones have been designated for people living in their cars, offering a more secure alternative to sleeping on the streets. Housing vouchers and permanent supportive housing programs have also been introduced, combining long-term housing with access to social services. But despite these efforts, the crisis remains dire. In California alone, there are more than 170,000 homeless individuals, yet shelter availability falls significantly short. Bureaucratic red tape and slow policy rollouts further delay housing solutions. For instance, the state's $2 billion housing initiative, aimed at reducing homelessness, has faced delays, with only a fraction of the promised units completed by early 2025. Law enforcement agencies have also taken steps to manage the growing number of homeless encampments. In 2023, the Sacramento District Attorney sued the city for failing to clear encampments, citing public health and safety concerns. By 2024, Governor Gavin Newsom mandated the removal of camps along highways and public parks, leading to large-scale sweeps across major urban areas. However, critics argue that clearing encampments does not solve the root problem. It merely displaces people from one area to another. Studies show that within 6 months, over 70% of those displaced from encampments return to unsheltered homelessness. Without sustainable housing solutions, these crackdowns often create more instability rather than long-term relief. While government efforts fall short, local nonprofits and community organizations have stepped in to fill the gap. Organizations like Loaves and Fishes provide food, medical assistance, and job training, helping thousands of unhoused individuals regain stability. Mobile health clinics now visit encampments, addressing urgent medical needs, while faith-based groups distribute meals, clothes, and temporary shelter. Despite their dedication, these efforts remain overwhelmed. Food banks and shelters report demand twice as high as before the pandemic, while funding struggles limit their ability to expand services. In 2024, over 80% of emergency shelters in California reported turning people away due to lack of space. Number 6. A path to solutions. What can be done to end homelessness? One of the biggest obstacles to ending homelessness is the lack of affordable housing. In major cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, over 70% of new housing developments in the past decade have been luxury units, pricing out low-income individuals. To combat this, policies should prioritize the construction of affordable apartments rather than high-end condos. Tax incentives for developers who build low-earth housing could encourage investment in solutions that benefit the most vulnerable. Additionally, streamlining approval processes for affordable housing projects could cut bureaucratic delays, ensuring that new units become available faster. A significant portion of the homeless population struggles with mental illness and substance abuse. As of early 2025, studies show that nearly 35% of unsheltered individuals in the United States suffer from severe mental health disorders, while 38% battle addiction. Expanding access to detox centers, rehabilitation programs, and long-term mental health treatment, mobile outreach teams composed of social workers, therapists, and medics can meet individuals where they are, providing critical care without requiring them to seek services on their own. Cities like Denver and Seattle have seen success with such programs, reducing emergency room visits and jail bookings among the homeless. While long-term housing is the ultimate goal, immediate solutions are necessary. Designated temporary housing zones equipped with sanitation, security, and access to services can provide a safer environment for those currently living on the streets. These managed encampments, modeled after successful programs in Austin and Portland, offer stability and connect individuals to resources that can help them transition into permanent housing. The fight against homelessness cannot fall solely on the government. Businesses, nonprofits, and residents all have a role to play. Stronger state-local partnerships can streamline resources and ensure services reach those in need efficiently. Local businesses can contribute by hiring individuals experiencing homelessness, while community members can support through donations and volunteer work. In cities where such collaborations exist, reintegration rates have significantly improved. No solution is effective without reliable funding. Government programs aimed at reducing homelessness need long-term financial support to prevent frequent disruptions. Additionally, ensuring transparency in how funds are allocated is essential. Tracking spending and measuring results can build public trust and improve program efficiency. Studies show that for every $1 invested in permanent supportive housing, cities save an estimated $1.88 in reduced emergency services and healthcare costs. Ending homelessness is not an impossible task. It requires targeted, well-funded, and coordinated efforts that address the crisis at its roots. From building affordable housing to expanding mental health services and fostering community involvement, these solutions pave the way for a more sustainable and compassionate approach. The key question remains: will we invest in real change or continue relying on short-term fixes that keep people trapped in the cycle of homelessness? Number 7. A personal fight for survival. Daniel's story of hardship and hope. Homelessness isn't just a statistic, it's a harsh reality for thousands of people like Daniel, a 40-year-old former truck driver whose life unraveled in a matter of months. Before the pandemic, Daniel had a steady job, a small apartment, and dreams of starting his own business. But when the economy took a hit, he was laid off and the bills quickly piled up. With no savings to fall back on, he lost his apartment and was forced to live in his truck. The situation worsened when Daniel suffered a serious back injury while helping a friend move furniture. Without health insurance, he was prescribed painkillers but soon developed a dependency. As his addiction deepened, so did his struggles. Unable to hold a job due to chronic pain and withdrawal symptoms, he eventually lost his truck, the only thing keeping him off the streets. Now he finds himself living by the American River, where hundreds of others in Sacramento's growing homeless population try to survive each day. Daniel gets by with meals from soup kitchens, scavenging for food and spending nights in emergency shelters when space is available. But the reality is grim. Shelters are full, resources are stretched thin, and long wait lists make it nearly impossible to get the help he needs. At night, he sleeps under a tarp, vulnerable to the elements and constant threats of theft and violence. Like many in his situation, he doesn't just need food or temporary shelter, he needs a real way out. Despite his circumstances, Daniel refuses to give up. He wants to get clean, find stable housing, and work again. But every attempt at rebuilding his life is met with obstacles. The nearest detox center has a 3-month wait list, job training programs require a permanent address, and landlords refuse to rent to someone without proof of income. No matter how hard he tries, the system seems designed to keep him stuck. Daniel's story is one of thousands across the country. On any given night, more than 550,000 people are experiencing homelessness in the United States, and many, like Daniel, are caught in a cycle they can't break alone. The question remains, how much longer will we allow people like him to fall through the cracks before we take real action? As we've explored, Sacramento's homelessness crisis is a complex issue deeply rooted in rising housing costs, economic instability, mental health challenges, and systemic gaps in support. While recent efforts have led to progress, the reality remains that thousands still struggle every day, caught in a cycle that is difficult to escape. Addressing homelessness requires more than temporary fixes. It demands long-term strategic solutions, from expanding affordable housing to investing in mental health care and fostering community collaboration. But beyond the statistics and policies, this is about real people, like Daniel, who, despite their hardships, still hold on to hope for a better future. The question is, will we rise to the challenge and create real change, or continue relying on short-term solutions that only scratch the surface? If this topic resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the most effective way to address homelessness? Let's keep the conversation going. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe to NVL Travel Documentary for more in-depth explorations of global issues and human stories from around the world. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next adventure.